I'm drawn to mid-century modern kitchens because clean lines meet cozy finishes, turning daily cooking into a design moment. The style stays timeless, so you can play with color and texture without starting from scratch. If that sounds like your vibe, hit subscribe on my YouTube channel, Apartment Charm, for bite-sized video inspiration. Here are my favorite mid-century modern kitchen ideas to try next. Scandi Mid mix with white oak warmth. Light, bright, and endlessly soothing, this mashup invites Nordic air into your mid-century bones. Think of it as a soft-spoken reset button every time you walk in. Picture cabinets in pale white oak standing against crisp white walls, letting sunshine ricochet around the room. The wood's gentle grain introduces quiet movement while still feeling tidy and modern. To keep the tones light, pair it with slim matte black poles and a low-profile white quartz counter that disappears under morning light. Add a single oak-framed floating shelf to echo the cabinetry and show off sculptural mugs or greenery. For a finishing touch, choose lightly textured ceramic pendants and a slatted vent hood for subtle rhythm. This airy recipe feels like a deep breath each time you step inside. White oak warms the space without shouting, while Nordic contrast keeps everything crisp. Morning coffee suddenly tastes calmer, almost spa-like from the very first sip. Quick tip: seal oak with a clear matte finish so the grain stays golden, not yellow, under daily kitchen light. Blending Scandinavian ease with mid-century bones delivers the best of both worlds, cozy yet uncluttered. You gain a kitchen that flexes for busy breakfasts and slow Friday night wine. The palette stays timeless, so small swaps refresh it for years. That's smart design working quietly in the background. Japandi calm meets Teak lines. When Japanese minimalism shakes hands with Danish coziness, sparks fly. Quietly, of course. Add Teak's honey glow and the whole scene reaches Zen status. Start with flat panel teak cabinets, their rich straight grain whispering sophistication without fuss. Soft close hardware keeps the looks silent, literally. Layer in creamy plaster walls and a waterfall island wrapped in pale micro-cement for that serene wabi-sabi touch. Weave texture through charcoal-stained bamboo stools and woven linen shades that filter light like shoji screens. A slender black steel pot rail offers functional sculpture, echoing the era's horizontal lines. Finish with a low drum-shaped paper pendant centered over the island. Its diffused glow hugs the timber surfaces, nurturing calm in your mid-century modern kitchen. Pair the pendant with hidden under-cabinet LEDs that glow like sunrise along the backsplash. This Japandi blend feels collected, not cold. Raw plaster, gentle teak, and carbon accents anchor you after a long day. Cooking turns meditative, dishes become art, and silence becomes a luxury you can hear. Mood check. Keep counter clutter tucked behind pocket doors to let the stillness breathe every morning and night. Lean Japandi and your kitchen becomes a low-key retreat inside city walls. Fewer distractions sharpen your creativity at the stove. Natural textures invite touch, so guests linger. Soft-spoken style still speaks volumes. Retro Terrazzo Speckles Steel Focus. Remember confetti-sprinkled birthday cake? Terrazzo is the grown-up, stone-solid version, joy locked in marble chips. Select a terrazzo slab packed with warm clay, mustard, and blush chips to harmonize with walnut cabinetry. The pattern instantly energizes a mid-century modern kitchen, echoing the era's playful optimism. Offset the lively surface with flat, handleless cabinet fronts stained a deep coffee tone. Introduce matte off-white zellige tiles up the walls to give the eyes a moment to rest while still reflecting flecks from the slab. Bronze-tone gooseneck faucets act as jewelry, picking up the golden fragments below. Ground everything with terrazzo-patterned porcelain floor tiles in a larger chip scale for a cohesive yet dynamic rhythm. Finish with a single orb sconce in soft pistachio glass to echo the smallest fleck. With terrazzo, every glance reveals a new color crumb. You feel transported to a Palm Springs motel lobby, minus the jet lag. yet the surface wipes clean in seconds, proving fun and function can cohabitate. Maintenance note: seal slabs annually so those joyful specks keep shining decades down the road. A terrazzo moment wakes up even the smallest galley. It invites color play on stools and art, and visitors read your personality before the coffee brews. Let the surface lead, the rest will follow. Rattan and Cane breathe breezy texture. Craving beach vibes without the airfare, woven fibers deliver an instant breeze. Swap a few upper cabinet doors for cane inserts, letting subtle patterns soften straight edges. The grid filters cabinet interiors, creating a natural glow when undershelf LEDs hit. Echo the texture with curvy rattan stools, sporting slim black iron legs, so the look feels grown up, not tiki. Keep base cabinets in classic walnut and walls a muted sea salt gray for balance. Introduce matte terracotta planters filled with trailing pothos to enliven corners. Finish with oversized bamboo drum pendants wrapped in parchment. Their diffused light casts gentle crosshatch shadows that dance during dinner prep. Rattan and Cane bring that just back from vacay feeling without a suitcase. Their airy pours let a mid-century modern kitchen breathe, adding depth and escapism even on busy weekdays. Styling hint: mix no more than 2 woven accents to avoid tropical overload and keep things chic. Cane details prove texture can whisper. The weave breaks up cabinet monotony and softens acoustics too. Friends will wonder why the room feels so relaxed. It's the whisper of fibers doing the heavy lifting. Mixed metal, brass, and nickel highlights. Monochrome hardware? Too safe. Layering metals is the new power move. Start with satin nickel pulls on lower drawers for a cool, understated base. Up top, swap in small, aged brass knobs that glint like retro buttons on a vintage blazer, creating instant vertical rhythm. Carry the dialogue to lighting. Brushed nickel cone pendants above the island intersect with a single brass sconce by the range, echoing stereo speaker accents from the 1960s. Run a thin brass rail along an open shelf for extra sparkle. Walnut cabinets and honed soapstone counters ground the shine, ensuring the mix feels curated, not chaotic, in your mid-century modern kitchen. Layered metals mimic mixed jewelry. Earrings rarely match necklaces, yet the look feels richer. Here, changing daylight bounces off each finish, keeping the room lively even on sleepy Mondays with zero extra effort. Balance check? Limit yourself to 1 hero metal and 1 supporting metal to maintain harmony. The dual metal strategy nods to classic console mobs while staying fresh. Swap 1 finish later and the whole space feels renewed. Details matter, and this combo proves you've mastered them. Graphic geometric backsplash drama. Geometric tile is kitchen eyeliner. 1 confident swipe and the whole face changes. Choose elongated diamond tiles glazed in deep forest green for sharp contrast against white uppers. Lay them in a star pattern to create forward motion that draws eyes toward open shelves. Temper the punch with white quartz counters and minimalist chrome fixtures that won't compete. Frame the tile with slim walnut trim to echo cabinet edges. Underfoot, striped oak flooring and herringbone repeats the angles, uniting floor and wall for a daring, cohesive take on the mid-century modern kitchen. Geometric backsplashes give your space an instant signature, like a custom ringtone for walls. Morning toast feels energetic, and evening cocktails catch the pattern's shadow play without adding clutter. Quick layout. Use contrasting grout to sharpen each edge and heighten the 3D effect under both natural and task lighting. Bold geometry rewards the fearless decorator. The look is camera-ready yet cleans as easily as plain tile. Pairing angles with honest materials keeps it timeless. Statement style, zero stress. Desert modern layers of earth tones. Sun-baked hues can make a kitchen feel like a slow-motion road trip through Joshua Tree. Picture sandy cabinets, adobe accents, and sunrise copper, warmth you can almost smell. Muted clay tan base cabinets anchor the scene, their matte finish echoing desert rock. Above, creamy plaster walls blur into the ceiling, erasing hard edges. Bring in a sandstone quartzite counter veined with caramel and blush, but organically imperfect pattern. Contrast the softness with slim, hammered copper hardware and a patinated brass faucet that flashes like distant canyon ore. Ground everything with Saltillo-style hex tiles underfoot, their worn edges adding dusty romance. Complete the vibe with a low, wide concrete pendant. Its rough texture mimics wind-carved cliffs while diffusing golden light across your mid-century modern kitchen. Earth tone layering feels like bringing the sunset indoors. Each shade blends into the next, so the room looks blissfully unforced and instantly soothing. Palette Pro? Mix warm neutrals in 3 depths, light, mid, dark, to stop the scheme from going flat. Desert Modern reminds you daily to breathe slower and savor the heat of the stovetop. Organic colors pair effortlessly with vintage ceramics and woven baskets, letting future tweaks stay fuss-free and affordable. Pastel retro appliances pop playfully. Nothing says fun lives here like a candy-coated fridge. Pastel enamel mixed chores feel like a sock hop. Choose a mint green range that sings against walnut slab cabinets, its curved corners nodding to 1950s diners. Echo the hue with matte sage backsplash squares laid in a brick pattern for subtle rhythm. Balance sweetness using honed charcoal soapstone counters and slim brass rails that ground the palette. Slip a blush pink stand mixer onto a floating shelf for an extra wink. Finish the tableau with milk glass globe pendants. Their soft white glow keeps colors creamy, never garish, in your mid-century modern kitchen. Pastel statements spark nostalgia without locking you into a single era. One appliance swap electrifies the room, no paint cans required. Color hack. Anchor pastels with dark neutrals to dodge ice cream parlor overload. Playful pieces remind us cooking should taste like joy. Guests grin, selfies happen, and weeknight dinners suddenly feel like celebratory events. Proof that design can sweeten everyday rituals. Industrial steel plus wood fusion edge. Crave loft vibes but love mid-century lines? Marry steel muscle with timber warmth for the best of both worlds. Start with a brushed steel island base, topped in river-washed ash, its chunky waterfall sides revealing gorgeous end grain. Pair with slab oak, drawers stained a tobacco brown, letting the metal framing peek around each panel like picture rails. Hang linear iron pendants wrapped in raw linen cords for industrial authenticity minus harsh glare. Splash of graphite-tinted microcement across the backsplash to echo factory floors. Then soften with open fir shelving, a modern nod to Eames plywood. Finally, slide black-framed glass doors onto a pantry niche, their warehouse gridding lending subtle drama to your mid-century modern kitchen. The steel and wood duet delivers grit without gloom. It's urban, but still hugs you with tobacco-scented warmth. Upkeep tip: seal raw steel with clear wax to prevent fingerprints while keeping the cool matte sheen. This fusion suits entertainers who juggle city speed with laid-back gatherings. Durable surfaces shrug off scuffs, while timber keeps the heart of the home approachable and timeless. Warm, minimalist neutrals for soft, calm. Minimal doesn't have to mean chilly. Swap stark whites for creamy neutrals and feel the room exhale. Picture taupe-tinted maple cabinets running floor to ceiling, doors flush and handle-free for pure quiet. Counters in parchment quartz ripple with faint ivory veining, barely there, yet undeniably luxe. Floats an integrated sink for seamless flow, then wrap the range hood in the same maple for architectural calm. Introduce fine-ribbed linen Roman shades and a single pottery vessel in bone matte glaze to add whisper-soft texture. Underfoot, pale wide plank oak floors keep light bouncing while grounding your mid-century modern kitchen's hushed palette. Warm neutrals act like a weighted blanket for the eyes. You see instant order. Your shoulders naturally drop. Sensory cue: layer soft close hinges to complement the hush with literal silence. Soft minimalism grows with you. Add a neon art piece tomorrow or swap hardware next year. Nothing fights. The palette's restraint leaves mental space for creativity, conversation, and calm meals. Sage green cabinetry as new neutral. Green has gone grown up. Sage slides in like fresh herbs on roasted veggies, quiet, nourishing, and addictive. Coat lower cabinets in dusty sage satin lacquer. The hue changes with daylight, from gray-tinged morning mist to verdant evening forest. Balanced with white oak uppers left natural, their warm tone a perfect foil. Choose white terracotta fish-scaled tiles for the backsplash. They shimmer like scales in sunlight while staying subtle. Accent with matte black hardware and a matching faucet for crisp definition. A sculptural alabaster dome pendant floats over the island, its creamy veins repeating Sage's organic calm in your mid-century modern kitchen. Sage feels equal parts vintage and current, grounding yet fresh, like stepping into a greenhouse after rain. Pairing note: copper cookware gleams against sage without turning the scene too rustic. Green cabinets invite nature in, subconsciously easing stress. The color flatters food, boosts mood, and plays nicely with trends ahead. Proof that neutral now has a hint of garden. Sputnik Starburst pendants shine. Light fixtures can be jewelry. Sputnik pendants prove it. One sparkly burst and your ceiling sings. Suspend a polished brass multi-arm chandelier above the island. Each rod ends in a frosted globe that diffuses warm light like planets in miniature. Complement the starlight with walnut slab cabinets and midnight black quartz counters for cosmic depth. Keep walls simple, smooth, eggshell white to showcase the pendant silhouette. Match the fixture's tone with slim brass edging on floating shelves and a discreet toe kick strip. Reflect the glow via a high-gloss terrazzo floor flecked in gold and ebony, echoing the universe scattered underfoot in your mid-century modern kitchen. The Starburst throws playful shadows and instant glamour, turning nightly cleanup into a swanky affair. Quick tip: mount the pendant 30 to 34 inches above the island, so globes sparkle at eye level, not in your line of sight. Sputnik lighting bridges nostalgia and futurism, perfect for dreamers. Its sculptural form doubles as art, keeping your kitchen camera-ready even when the counters host nothing but pizza boxes. Bring retro warmth home. We've toured a dozen ways to give your kitchen that cool mid-century beat. The big ideas: blend organic wood with playful color and let statement lighting do the talking. Grab one palette, swap a pendant, or layered terrazzo to watch the mood flip instantly. Which detail speaks to you today? Soft sage cabinets or Starburst glow? Subscribe to Apartment Charm for more bite-sized makeovers on video.